I read Man of Steel #1. It was great. I loved it. I just read Man of Steel #2. It wasn't quite as good as issue 1, but it's really good. So again, I continue to say you need to check out this series if you even remotely like Superman. Let's talk about the book real quick. Okay, it opens up, Man of Steel Part 2, obviously. Yeah, the art, I'm going to say, is a little uneven throughout the book. I mean, they got a couple guys working on this book. Wasn't so thrilled about the uneven art. But anyways, it opens with Krypton exploding. And it's kind of revealed that, well, it's kind of suggested that the bad guy from issue 1 might have blown it up. The Guardian of the Galaxy here is saying, well, maybe it was just an unstable planet. But there's implications that Dude destroyed it. And let's see. We go looking for Dude, and Dude is, I can't remember the bad guy's name. Here he goes. Ragul Zar. He's missing, so the Guardian believes him to be dead, that maybe he blew up with Krypton and kind of hopes that he does. But that's not the good stuff. The good stuff is back of the Daily Planet. You got this one character, this new character, Robinson Goody, or Good, whatever. She is trying to dig up dirt on Clark and Lois, and find out where Lois has disappeared to. Now, the weird thing about this scene is, check this out. See this guy here, his 1973 t-shirt and a coffee mug with, is that a straw? Well, anyways, he's walking and he's in the background while they're talking. And then there's this like weird altercation happening right here. No explanation as what's going on, where the coffee mug went to. Is he holding his hands about to hit this guy with a coffee mug? This is kind of a weird scene. Not sure what this was even supposed to represent. No one talks about it. There's no reference to it. But anyway, so that's that. Perry White's upset. People are talking about Lois Lane because she's missing. And yeah, he's just not thrilled with it. He's not thrilled with all the gossip and gobbledygook going on in the office. And she says, where's Kent? Now, this is when it gets good. Look at this shot of Superman. Man, this book is really doing Superman justice. Look at that. That is a great, he's about to throw that punch, and what is this? Katang, he hits this giant robot. This is a great sequence. He's battling this robot, picks it up, throws it outside the city. He's arguing with it. I did everything right. I left Metropolis. I laid low. And who's inside the robot? I went too far. Who's inside the robot? The Toy Man. Look, this is a great scene with lots of little details. I don't know what this thing is. Here's a kind of Joker Jack in the Box. A Rubik's Cube's over here. It's got his little robot toy there, video game. Look at this Etch-a-Sketch with the design. It's just a really cool scene. And it's really good. The dialogue is so great. And see, here we go. We have Superman saying, "You're a genius, Winslow. I really think so. Imagine what you could do if..." He's like, "No, don't talk to me about this." And he goes, "What's wrong with you?" He goes, "I don't understand your plan here." And he's talking about, see, Superman's like thinking this guy can be redeemed. There's good in him, and he could use his giant robot making skills for good. And here we have our guest star, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern. This is great. This is great. Now, what would really make this good is it's like a little asterisk saying, "See Green Lantern number blah, blah, blah," to find out how this all ties in. But regardless, it's a great sequence, and Superman continues on. You could make so many people so happy, so many, and then he's just a bad guy. He can't help it. So Hal puts him in this bubble, and then Hal and Clark have this scene. It's like, "Hey, what's been happening with you? Hey, buddy, what's going on?" And Clark just blows off Hal and flies away. Again, we could use a nice little asterisk saying, "See Justice League 4, where Superman doesn't show up to the meetings." But Superman flies away. He's dealing with something. He's having issues. Obviously, it's tied to Lois and his son. I'm not going to show you the next 2 pages because it kind of reveals a little bit on what Lois and his son, what happened to Lois and the boy. Here's an ad for the new Justice League book. Pass. Okay, and then there's this weird sequence where Superman throws something to the moon. I don't know if this happened in another issue or this means something. I don't get it. So I don't know what that was, what it's meant to be. And then there's this weird transition where you see the Rubik's Cube, and then for some reason Ambush Bug is in here. I'm not sure. And we find ourselves in the canteen in Star Wars, or something from episode 1 or 2 or something. So you have this weird bar. This lady's talking to this guy off screen. Clearly, it's the bad guy that destroyed Krypton. There's no doubt about it. And he spots this. Where was it? I went too far ahead there. They just stick together. He spots this medallion that Superman left behind, and he's like, "Well, I'm going to go get me some Superman." Then there's this great scene where Superman's having this kind of introspective thing about how he's blowing off all of his friends, and he should just really sit and talk to him. It's a good sequence. There's that creepy Catwoman ad. Look at that thing. All right, moving over here. There's another building on fire. So this whole fire thing's becoming a plot. There's some weird stuff happening. Whoever did these pages really has a difficult time storytelling. It's kind of hard to figure out what exactly is happening here. Still doesn't change the fact this is a great book. But like I said, there's just some kind of confusion. This is a fire and arson. Why is he just pushing rubble over? I don't quite understand what the artist was going for here. But again, it's a great Superman story. Back of the Daily Planet. Perry's all upset because they might have been sold. You know, the internet's beating him to the punch on everything. It's kind of this whole where the state of newspapers is, or pretty much where it was a couple years ago, and they're pretty much falling apart now. And Perry's facing the situation of this could be the end of the Daily Planet. But something's happening. Let's see. There's some kind of Joker mobile attacking cars. And, of course, Superman takes off. I'm not going to show you the last panel. Kind of spoils the ending of the book. Don't want to do that. I do want to say check out this book, Man of Steel #2. Man of Steel #1 was a phenomenal, almost a near-perfect Superman story. Man of Steel #2 is almost as good. I recommend checking them. I think issue 5 comes out on Wednesday. This is a great series to catch up on. It's a weekly series, so your LCS, your local comic shop, probably has a bunch of these in stock right now. Go check it out. This is, I don't normally follow the mainstream superhero books, but Superman's a favorite character of mine, and this is a great telling of the Superman story. Brian Michael Bendis, for all of his faults, really has a voice for the character. And while everybody on the line, and we're talking about comics, hey, in the current previews catalog out right now, go see your local comic store and pre-order Deep Space Tragedy 1, 2, and 3 from my company, Cosmic Times. This is Mike Wagner's book, Teenage Robot Rock Band on the Run. Awesome covers. Check it out. And also, Sugar Burgers, the trade paperback, can be ordered at your local comic shop. So, hey, do me a favor. Go let your comic shop owner know you want to get all the stuff from Cosmic Times coming out this month. I would greatly appreciate it. Mike Wagner would appreciate it. And Michael Duran would also appreciate it. And also, while you're there, pick up Man of Steel. Issues 1, 2, 3, and I think 4 is out right now, and 5 is coming out on Wednesday. Again, I cannot highly recommend this series enough. It's almost as good as the Byrne Man of Steel. And stay cosmic, everybody.